For today, folks, I'm Joe Duffy, CEO of OffshoreInsiders.com. I'm going to have a free pick, plus I'm going to have your so-called sweat barometer standings or margin of cover. Why don't I get my free pick out of the way for you first and look at that portfolio I've got up for tonight. But in the NBA, I got Memphis plus a 3.5 against New Orleans. Now we have a sweet angle that says go with teams off a spread loss versus an opponent off a spread win. 629, 474, and 19 under very specific circumstances that do apply in this game. Now overreaction is a big part of betting and does apply here. So going with a team off a spread loss versus a team off a spread win, usually a pretty good play. Our official outlaw line is just 1. The outlaw line is, of course, of what it would be without square moves, especially close to a pick. You're talking about a 2.5-point difference. That is big. Now, of course, the line can bounce around, but this looks like a very good play as long as Memphis is the underdog, but hopefully you can get at least 3.5. Again, your free pick is Memphis. Now I'm going to give you the best teams to bet on and against in a minute in the NBA this season. I'm off a 4-0 college basketball performance on Monday night at Joe Duffy's Picks at OffshoreInsiders.com. I got a pair of Tuesday college football. What a big week in college football. I got football already up for this weekend. 3 college hoop sides, plus an NBA wise guy play. The strongest bet in gambling, bar none, is a wise guy play from Joe Duffy's Picks. Winning since 1988, and it's all at OffshoreInsiders.com. All right, now let's take a look at the so-called sweat barometer. We always called it the margin of cover. Anyway, the top teams to bet on this year based on how much they are covering by each game on average. Portland is 11-2, covering by an average of 6.9. The Jazz at 10-5 plus 6.5. Oklahoma City at 9-5 plus 5.9 points per game. Cleveland at 8-5, the only other team covering by at least 5 points per game. Now, a lot of people will tell you that that is important. When a team has a great spread record, but they're not covering by a large margin, that team might be overvalued, and just the opposite. For a team with a bad spread record that is not missing covering by much. Now, the Bucks, for example, have the 4th best record in terms of winning percentage, ATS at 9-4, but believe it or not, they actually have a negative ATS margin barely at minus 0.5. The Kings are second in said category, but they're only covering by an average of 2.2 points per game, which ranks them 7th. Now, who have been the top teams to bet against, at least based on the spread barometer? Margin to cover, Minnesota's 5-9, failing to cover by an average of 6.4 points per game. Clippers at 6-8, minus 5.4. Golden State 5-9, minus 4.9. Now, Miami has the worst record in the NBA based on spread percentage. At 3-11, but they're only failing to cover by minus 2.9, and some people might say that Miami might be undervalued right now, people who use this sweat barometer relative to the spread record. Lakers are second worst at 3-10, but minus 2.9 as well. So again, please visit us at Joe Duffy's Picks at OffshoreInsiders.com each and every day for the best spread winners. And of course, the Master Lock line's been winning even longer than I have. Master Lock line's been winning since 1980 on the score phones, and it's exclusively at OffshoreInsiders.com.